Hey everybody, Kelly Swanson here. I'm just kind of playing around with this whole Facebook Live concept. A little bit scary. I'm like, I'm not even sure I'm really on, and I can't see the thread while I talk. So if you're there, hello. I do have a purpose though for getting on video today, and that is to talk about the new project I'm working on. I know some people are like, what? She said Pride's Hollow. What is that? I know I have a lot of pans in the fire, as they say, or a lot of different hats that I wear. I do the motivational speaking, I do comedy, I do a theater show, I'm a strategic storytelling coach. Some of you are taking my story camp. And I know it feels like I do a lot of different things, but the truth of it is, it really all boils down to one thing: story and the power of story. And a lot of you who have seen me in a business audience or who've worked with me as a business coach, well, don't realize where all of this began for me. Not that you care, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because that's what we do on Facebook. 20 years ago, I guess. Well, no, my whole life I've been a writer and a storyteller. And when I got involved with a group of storytellers in North Carolina, I really started to see what I wanted to do with my writing and my material. And I had created a town, simply put, a fictitious-ish town called Pride's Hollow. And I love Pride's Hollow. And Pride's Hollow has all these characters in it. Bitsy, who marches through town in her string bikini and white pumps. Ned and Horace, who sit on the side of the road. The bless your heart women who are appointed and self-anointed to survey the situation. I get so much joy, and always have, from stepping into their world and being their narrator. I'm the town gossip, and I bring all their stories to life. What happened was, as I morphed from a storyteller and then an entertainer and then became a speaker, what happened was I buried the characters. I don't know any other way to put it. I just stopped writing those stories, stopped telling them. I buried them, which they are very upset about, by the way. They still haven't quite forgiven me, because I didn't think it fit this business model, or who would want to hear that, or what does that have to do with the current topic in our business today? And I put them all aside, and just maybe thinking it was just too weird. And because of COVID, and since COVID, I've done all the smart business things I know to do. One of the places I've come to in my life is this place where I thought, you know what? I've done all the things I know I should do. What are the things I could do? What are the things that really bring me joy? What do I want to spend this time doing, since I've got a lot of time? And I knew immediately, I want to write. I want to bring Pride's Hollow to life. I want to tell their stories. I get such joy sitting in front of that computer and having one of them tap me on the shoulder and go, tell my story. And I'm even more excited because over the years and over time, as I've thought about this and dreamed about this, a premise has developed, a storyline in and of itself, of when Old Man Withers died and left all of his money to the town, but with a stipulation that people would do something to earn it. And that something is sort of tied into, what would you do if you were brave? If you had no fear, if you came to the point of all the things you should do into what you could do, what would it be? And that's the premise of Pride's Hollow, the show. What does that mean by the show? It's just a fancy way of saying, I'm going to write these as episodes and I'm going to air them on YouTube. I'm so excited about that. We're having so much fun. I'm doing this in conjunction with Chuck Gallagher and Primo Productions. We're partnering together to really make these episodes super amazing. And I'll come on live before and after each episode, just like this, to chat with you and talk about maybe how the episode was put together or whatnot. And I just love it. And I believe the people who love it will find me, and we'll start to build our own community. What I also love about this is that it's not just a show about courage and bravery and linking arms and being stronger together. It's also a community I'm creating. There are going to be challenges each week, which is going to be so much fun. That will relate to what that episode was about. So we're going to kind of create a movement of people who are finding joy and who are being courageous and who are leaping and trusting their cape. Now, as if that wasn't cool enough, and I promise I'm almost finished, but as if that wasn't cool enough, there's another element of this town, and I have to thank Laurie Guest, for those of you who know her, dear friend, big fan of hers. As we were talking about the ideas, we stumbled onto the idea of what if it was more than just, well, what if this imaginary town allowed you to play a part in it? What if you could get your own key to the city and you could live in the town and you could maybe have a character in the town named after you? And if you could come, and I thought, wait, what would Pride's Hollow do if they were a real cyber city? Well, we'd hold town halls. We'd have a debate for mayor. We'd have a talent show. We'd do all these things that a town would do. And now that we have all these real people who live there, along with my other characters, just imagine how cool that could be. And this thing took on a whole new life. Now, a lot of you might be going, how does this work? How do we play? Because the first episode has not aired yet. It'll probably air, I hate to put a date on it because we have some fun pre-episode videos coming up, some chances for you to meet some of the characters before the show airs. But here's the deal. What I really, really, really want you to do is go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Because if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll already be notified when that first Pride's Hollow episode airs. So you'll be in the game. Now, when you watch the episodes, and I'm not going to bring them here on Facebook, the episodes are going to live in YouTube. That's Pride's Hollow's community center. Don't fight it. It's what they wanted. So the episodes will live there, the community will chat there, and you will hear me talk a lot about something called Patreon. You know how in theater, where you can get a chance to be a patron of the arts, to support the art, the artists, the theater. Well, that's what Patreon is. It's a great concept. And so if you don't know about it already, go check it out. It's a wonderful platform that allows people to come alongside of artists like me and support our work. And it's going to give you different ways that you can become involved with the town and get your key to the city. Don't worry, the episodes are all free. Your ability to be a patron is just something you can add on top of that. So you'll often hear me say, go to patreon.com, check out my Patreon page. And that's what I'm talking about. It's where the people go who want to be patrons. I'm really excited about this, in case you can't tell. I do believe that the stories came along for such a time as this, when people need encouragement and they need motivation and they need humor and they need something warm and fuzzy and nostalgic, and I don't know, picture it like Mayberry meets Garrison Keillor meets Lucille Ball and a little Melissa McCarthy. I don't even know how to fully describe it, but I just hope that you will love these characters as much as I do. And so, yeah, that's a wrap on my Facebook Live video about what Pride's Hollow is all about. Okay, y'all have a super duper weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep looking for those silver linings. I'll see you someday soon. Bye.